Hello, Rich here, and welcome back to the channel, my fellow drifting maniacs. We often hear the expression armour tough, but Traxxas have actually got the copyright to the term Traxxas tough. Now you might be thinking, Traxxas tough? Not a chance, Richie. Well, in my hand I am holding the remains of my Traxxas 4-Tec, which today crashed at 75 miles an hour due to driver error, admittedly, on there, rather than the car's handling. You want to see the damage to it? There isn't any. All four wheels still attached, no damage whatsoever. Anyway, I'll explain the circumstances behind the crash as we go along. Anyway, before we fly out on today's outing, I will say no point does the car go flying with the air underneath it. We have got on the car at the minute Poseidon 6S capable motor. Today I'm just going to be testing it on a 4S LiPo from Power Hobby. 5200 mAh, one of the best batteries you can get out there to my mind. Mamba X ESC, and we've got a Dean's connector on it, but I'm going to change that because, as you'll see later on in the video, I'm not too happy with the way that is, and this ESC has had a fairly hard life along the way. I will say I've invested quite a lot of time and money in this car over the years, but as much time as I have money ensuring this thing hooks up and you can run it flat out in a straight line. Today is almost like it's shakedown run, and in this video I'm going to do a few speed runs, but we're also going to have some major fun just seeing how well this car drifts. Drifting on 45mm foams, Rich, well, didn't exactly start out as thin as that, probably about double the diameter of the foam on there, but an absolute blast today. This thing on full throttle, I'd just forgotten how much fun it could be rather than driving it in a straight line. I forgot how well the thing corners with this suspension setup I have got on here. Now that I'm happy with the handling of the thing, I think we need to find a very, very long straight road to run the car on, because it'd come nowhere near peaking out in today's video on this. And when you sit today on 4S, think of what it's going to be like on 6S. Anyway, let's go check out what fun I had today. Just remember, guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, well, time for round two. GoPro battery died on me, just what I didn't need. Got it pretty well hooked up at the minute. I think I'll probably use a longer area to test it in than this. Stock Traxxas radio, and that's still in range, but that's hooked up straight. That was coming towards me at an absolutely terrifying speed, I have to say. Gotta be loving that Poseidon motor. Man, that thing's going like a rocket. Sort of lined up. Oh, he nearly takes out the red cone. That had not peaked out. But there's a curb at the far end, and obviously going at that speed head on into the curb would not be good. Oh, have I lost the drive shaft or something? Just check. And it accelerates stupid fast as well. It's probably not a lot that would out drag that, but it does tend to eat the foam tyres that rather a bit, Richie. Man, on fire today. Now, I could get on the throttle a lot earlier, that's not the problem. The problem is, I'm simply running out of room at this end, and you look at this lot and you think it's absolutely huge. But far from it, on here. So unless I can get on the power much, much earlier. Ooh. Ooh. That was the curb I was worried about. Traxxas stuff, baby. And here's the crash mentioned earlier. A brake, ease up off the brake, hit the brake again, and then a car goes out in a full reverse. I'll do the same thing again, and we slam, bang, sideways into the curb fairly hard. And at this point, I am absolutely fearing the worst for the car. Luckily, we went into that sideways. Now, Have we got any damage? Well, we appear to be good. Ooh, maybe a rock in the steering. Doesn't sound like anything's busted though in the steering. But I know when I quit, which is not quite yet. Well, Richie, moment. At this point, I think it's worthwhile explaining what I think happened with the crash. The brakes are set fairly hard and fast on the car. Those foams are not the ones I normally use. They're a harder compound, and under heavy braking there's a tendency for them to skid and maybe flat spot out than there is for them to grip like the normal softer ones I use on there. So it was modulating the brake. So first of all I hit it hard, and then I think I took it fully off. When I hit them again, of course, I'm not putting the brake on, I'm putting it into full reverse. And it starts to spin backwards, so what did I do? I did exactly the same thing again. So, I think the reason for that crash, bit of driver error. What I should have done, hold the brake on full and then back it off a little bit. But I should not have taken it fully off, because when I hit it that second time, hit it into full reverse. But the car is still in one piece. Anyway, let's get back to the action, see how well the thing drifts. And today we're using my favourite weapon of choice, Power Hobby LiPo 5200 mAh 50C 4S. They're like adding a turbocharger to your RC car. Link to them below the video. It's like in a straight line. It is exceptional. I'm thinking it's probably going to have well over 100 in it, given the area. It's definitely not peaking out. Even with this body on, it could do 100. Got much drift them on this. It probably could, yeah. Just too much fun. I've got about 4 sets of foams that I bought at the start of COVID, thinking that people might be struggling to get tyres. Man, that's fun. Okay, pay attention, Rich. Oh, those foams are definitely going now. Whoa, wheelie, that wheelie. Traxxas 4-Tec wheeling. Oh, those foams are so gonna have had it. They're actually quite tricky to hold of at the minute. As I say, huge steering radius on it. If anybody's wondering why it's set so wide, it's for speed runs, so you don't adjust the car too fast and crash into something. If that makes sense. With the speed run, you only want nominal steering on there. Man, it's a new set of foams, or they were when I started out, but bit too much fun. They're definitely going. They're on the way out. Man, gotta watch those drive shafts and the ankles. Oh man. Hugely rewarding when you got it right with this. Anyway, hope you like what you've seen today. If you do and you don't want to miss, it's full on first speedrun on 4S and then eventually 6S, because this motor's 6S capable, as is the ESC. Then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And that was just the ESC over temp that had kicked in. Battery still got 54% left in it. Outstanding. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.